What's good, y'all? This is Chris Nelson, and today is the last day of Juneteenth weekend, Sunday, June 22nd, 2025. And just want to say, I had a long, wonderful day and a long, wonderful weekend, and a long, wonderful work week. Cause it was long, but it was worth it. Man, I tell you, I wanted to share this with you. Excuse me. I'm sorry, excuse me. I just got finished eating some food. Some snacks and stuff like that. So I'm kind of like a little tired, and my eyes like really tired. But I'm happy. Long day, a long, wonderful day. I wanted to get on here with you guys and talk to you about something. Excuse me. On Thursday morning, actually Thursday morning going into the afternoon, on Juneteenth, June, not July, June 22nd, it's June 22nd, and on June 19th, on Thursday, this past Thursday, on June 19th, on Juneteenth, I'm trying to rephrase certain things, so I want to say this without really putting the person out there or, causing any situation, but I wanted to say this. So I was, going to the bus stop and mind my business and whatnot, so forth and so on, and just praying and talking to the Most High about things and just have a good day. You know what I'm saying? It was Juneteenth. It was hot, humid and hot outside, and I walked to the bus station and a free day off from work because I worked. I worked the jobs helping people with special needs and stuff like that, and with our behavioral health solutions, behavioral health problems and whatnot, and so forth and so on. And Juneteenth was obviously a holiday. Is obviously a holiday for the third straight year. Excuse me. So I was going to the bus stop, and I saw these two young brothers. One, I sat down by the bus stop at the bus stop, and excuse me. I sat down by the bus stop. On the stool, and one young brother came out the store, and he was had chips. He had his chips and whatnot, and he threw a bag of chips, an empty bag on the ground, and I'm like to myself, should I say something to him? Tell him to pick him up. Tell him to pick it up. I said, nah. These young people nowadays, they don't care. They don't respect their elders. You know what I'm saying? They don't respect their elders. So I'm like, okay. Don't say anything. Keep moving. And then another young brother came out, and he sat right next to me, and I'm like, okay, how you doing? What's up? How you doing? Happy Juneteenth and happy Thursday, whatnot. How you doing, young man? And he looked at me, kind of strange and weird. Excuse me. He looked at me strange and weird. And I'm like, okay. All I said was hello, how you doing? And, happy Juneteenth, have a good day. And you know, he didn't say anything back. He just looked at me weird. So I got up. And because I went for the bus, and the sister was here. She was already there, waiting for the bus and whatnot, you know. And so I just got up because he was acting weird and, you know, looked at me funny. So, you know, normally I look at people funny too right back. I'm like, you know what, let me just chill. It's Juneteenth, or, you know, I'm chilling, and let me just gather myself, you know, just move up. You know, I felt his energy. I felt the energy of both young people. You know, they're brothers, you know, young brothers. So he asked me, the one brother asked me, didn't you work at such and such? I said, huh? He said, didn't you work at such and such? You know, at this place called, I'm not gonna say the place, but didn't you work at such and such? I said, yeah, I did. You still work there? I said, no. Why not? I don't work there. Yeah, I remember you, he was like, yeah, I remember you used to always tell on me and this, that, and the third, and always get me in trouble, and I'm like, okay, well, are you out? He's like, yeah. I said, are you out? You know, are you out? You know, are you home? You fine now? How you doing right now? I'm good. Ain't the point though, you know what I mean? You know, you told on me, I said, okay. Well, if you're out, then leave it at that. If you're out of jail, leave it at that. And you know, I'm like, he's like, why'd you move? I said, because you're acting crazy. You know, that's why I moved. We started with me, so I asked me how I'm doing. I said, yeah, that's how you doing. That's you know what I mean? I ask people how you doing, you know, hello, and speak, you know, say hello, and just greet, you know, being, you know, polite. Well, you know what I mean? Why you move, man? You a bitch ass nigga. Why you move like a bitch? Like, huh? And then one lady, the lady was sitting there asking me, told me, don't sit down to the level, don't stoop down to the level, that's another third. I said, young man, have a nice day. You know what I'm saying? Now my ego was getting to me, you know what I'm saying? I started to stay there, but I felt the energy of this young man. He was quite angry and confused and upset. And I asked him, like, so you're out now, so leave it at that. He wanted to keep going on and going about what I used to do or what I did, you know, while he was booked this and the third. And I'm like, okay, where I worked at, and it's like, okay, you're out, so why are you tripping? Relax. What I wanted to say was, the reason why you did this is because, you know, the reason why I did that is because you did this. I'm saying, I want to teach you a lesson. But, like, as I said before, young people don't want to listen to the elders no more. I'm saying, and I think that's partially our fault. Because I didn't want to listen to my elders neither. So I get it. I'm saying, I'm saying to myself, you know what? Like, let me just leave, because if I stay, there'd be only two things that could happen at this point. And it was either me whooping his ass and fighting the other one at the same time, or them jumping me and possibly, you know, want to try to do something to me, to hurt me, to harm me. And I'm like, okay. So I decided to leave. My ego was bothering me, was pissing me off the whole time. And yeah, I decided to leave. And as I was leaving, he was, you know, saying this and the third. And I said, you know what, have a nice day. I walked away. I could have stayed and you know, wait for the bus and probably fought those two brothers. But I didn't. And as I said before, I was getting angry because, you know, excuse me, growing up, I used to get picked on and stuff like that. And I had people who could fight that was much older than me who could fight. People in my family, and also people in the neighborhood in Morton, PA. And I used to get teased a lot, picked on, this and the third. And but I had friends who could fight, and I had family members. I had family members who can fight. That taught me how to fight. Taught me how to stand my ground. And so I was ready to fight. Ain't no backing down, ain't no running. I used to run away from stuff a long time ago when I was a little boy, and as a teenager as well. I got into fights before, and I won some, I lost some. I lost some, I lost some, and I also won some. So at that moment, my ego was getting to me, because I don't run away from fights no more. I actually go to fights. I actually go to places, you know what I'm saying? Not go to places, but when this time comes, I actually stand there. If it's a fair situation, I'll actually stand there and, wait for them to wait or defend myself. I'll actually defend myself, put it that way. But at that moment in time on Juneteenth, on Thursday, June 29th, Juneteenth, the Most High told me, Chris, go. Just leave, because this could go left. And it almost did. It almost went left, y'all, for no reason at all. Here I am, you know what I'm saying, greeting this young brother, you know what I mean, like he's a human being, and he's acting like a quote-unquote nigga. And I don't like saying that word. I really don't. But that's what he was acting like, a nigga. And I don't call black people, my own people, niggas and bitches and hoes and sluts. I don't do that. But he was acting like a nigga. So it bothered me, because we're celebrating Juneteenth, and Black heritage are who we are, and we're trying to get back into memory of things, this and the third. But I'm also very cognizant, very conscious and condescending about, what's really happening in these times. These young people don't care. They care, but they have a short care attention span, a short care fuse. Like, if you just say anything wrong to them, it's like, boom, it's on. So it's like, I see these young people, every day on the train or on a bus or whatever, just acting stupid, acting foolish for no reason. But there's a reason, you know what I'm saying? It's the system. It's this system. I'm saying that, and it's also the parents and, people within my generation, the Generation X / millennials. A lot of us dropped the ball. Because, dealing with, our parents, and we didn't like to be told what to do. We didn't like to be held down, this and the third. We didn't like to be disciplined, but we had to, because now, we're doing great things. But a lot of us did not want to carry on the same traditions that we learned, and because a lot of us got our asses whooped. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, a lot of us in my generation got our asses whooped, and some young people in their generation get their asses whooped too. Don't get me wrong. The point I'm trying to make is, like, Generation X and also Gen X and also millennials, we were the last to get our asses whooped. Now, don't get me wrong. people in our generations too. Every generation has criminals. Every generation has their own stupid people, criminals or whatever, juveniles, people who just act dumb, people who know what's right, but they rather go left. You know what I'm saying, or rather go, or know what's left and rather go right. Whatever I'm trying to say. What the point I'm trying to make is, every generation has their knuckleheads, put it that way, knuckleheads, who know right from wrong, who understand how things are, but they just chose a different life. And I don't condemn people. I don't judge people. I let people be who they are. I let people be who they are. So, but yeah, this young brother, I mean, he was really hyped. He was really angry. And, he saw my face. I'm like, okay. So, you're upset over something that I said or done. Got you in trouble because you did something wrong. You don't recognize that you didn't recognize that you did something wrong, which was the reason why I chose to discipline you and have you, get yourself in trouble again while you was booked, and you're out now, and you can't see that maybe I helped you. These young people don't see; they just see, they got so much anger, and rightfully so. They've been through trauma. You know what I'm saying? And I work with young people who've been through a lot of shit. I work with adults. Who was going through a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? So, working with young people is not easy. I work with young people since 2006, all the way up to 2013 at the summer camp program. I also, that's for more summer camp program. And then I branched off into working with young people as a TSS worker and PCA worker. TSS is therapeutic support staff, and PCA is personal care assistant. Working with people in those two different realms, two different titles. My friend Ashley would say you are a wraparound. I guess so, whatever. But the technical term is personal care assistant and also therapeutic support staff. And now I work as a DSP, direct support professional, working with adults with special needs. You know what I'm saying? So, all my life is about helping people. I've been helping people all my life, and and I don't intend to stop doing it. I want to encourage every young person that it's okay to have anger. It's okay to feel what you feel, but also recognize that there's people out there that love you, that care about you, that want to see you make it, want to see you grow, not go, but grow. You know what I'm saying? And to whomever that young person was I talked to, you know what I mean, I want you to know that you are loved, man. You are loved, and things could have gone left. I chose to go right, and you chose to be who you are. Had I not left, something would have happened. But I just wanted to say to you, young man, just make sure, you're out now. Make sure you stay out and do your thing. Take care of yourself. Don't sweat the small stuff. So yeah, and also all other young people that I connected with over the years, whether you were in jail or whether you're at a summer camp program or whatever. I met you at, you was at school. I met you at school working with you as a PCA worker, as a PCA or TSS worker. All of these different places I worked at. I can't remember all your names, but I would definitely want to say I'm proud of you. If I ever came into your life and as a TSS worker, or as a PCA worker, or direct support professional in your life, you know what I'm saying, for a time period, you know what I'm saying, know that I love you, know that I think about you guys all the time. I can't remember all your names, but I do remember your faces, and just know that I care, and I wish you blessings. Keep on doing your thing, whatever it is, keep on striving towards excellence, toward your goals. To all the young people I met, you know what I'm saying, while I was working somewhere in the juvenile center, Philly somewhere, you know what I'm saying, I wish you guys blessings. Keep on doing your thing. Don't give up on your dreams, and learn from mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Learn from your mistakes. All right. There's a lot of young people that I connected with over the years. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people I connected with while I was working at a place with young people. Yeah, just want you guys to know that, you know, Mr. Chris loves y'all. I care about y'all, and I think about you guys all the time. And I want you guys to understand, you know, keep on doing your thing. Don't give up on your dreams. Just because you were in a temporary situation doesn't mean it's gonna be permanent. You know, I also worked at this place with adults at Elwyn. You know, and I said the same thing to them. You know, to adults. You know, don't let a temporary setback to be your permanent defeat. You know, and working with people with special needs and all kind of different problems and situations, it just helps me grow as a person. You know, because we all have problems. We all have problems. We all have you know, our traumas and ups and downs. And it's okay, you know, but as long as we don't let those ups and downs, especially those downs, to be our downfall, learn how to get back up. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, these young people, I encourage all you young people, all of you young people who have trauma, who are going through difficulties of not reading, not understanding, not being patient enough to learn and your craft, or because